Hey guys, it's Petra. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get this look using the Dose of Colors Baked Browns palette. This is one of my go-to palettes. It's like a really pretty brown, smoky eye, neutral, good for every day. So if you're interested in how I did this look, just keep watching. Okay, so I've already prepped my skin with my skincare SPF 30, and I've been using like a vitamin C moisturizer because I really love how it brightens the skin, and I feel like my skin's been looking a lot like more refreshed, so I'm into it. And so I'm just gonna go in with my Touch in So No Pore Blend Primer. First of all, I love this packaging. It's so cute and like really sturdy. And it's $18 at Sephora, which I've been using the NYX Angel Veil, which is the same price. And this is like at Sephora, a higher end brand, I would say. And it's really nice. Like it's not like your typical pore filler primer. You only need one pump and it almost just looks like a moisturizer. And it just feels very nice on the skin, whereas like a lot of silicone based primers I just feel very dry, and my skin has been so dry, so I don't want to make it more dry, obviously. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my Pixie by Petra Correction Concentrate in Brightening Peach, and I'm just gonna tap a little bit of this under my eyes to cover up my dark circles. I just try to do this usually on a day-to-day basis because my dark circles are just bad. It's genetic, and they have gotten better like as I've been using vitamin C and like super hydrating products. They've definitely gotten better, but you know, they still exist, and so I'm just gonna do anything I can to cover them up, honestly. Big shocker here, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I love this stuff. I use it all the time. We're going to be taking pictures today, and so this really helps not have any, it doesn't have any flashback. It just looks really beautiful on camera and in photos. And I'm using the shade Buff Bisque. It's the light medium neutral shade. I also like that it has this little spatula because you can just kind of like dot it on your skin, which I know is kind of weird because I'm used to doing like dots with my finger. And maybe it's not like the most sanitary thing, honestly, but it makes it easier because I'll usually put foundation just on my hand, and then, oh, I kind of put a lot on, but I'll just blend it out. And then I like dot from there, and then I have to like wash off my hand, so I like this way a lot better. And I'm just using the L'Oreal, I don't know what it's called, just like the Beauty Sponge by L'Oreal. I love this. I think that it's just as good, if not better, than the Beauty Blender, and it's like $8, so you can really get it anywhere too. They have it on Amazon, at Target, Walmart, anywhere they sell L'Oreal. So I just really blended my foundation out because I used a little bit too much, but it happens. So now I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I use two shades at the moment. I use light neutral and like more of the inner corners, and then I'll use the light medium on my nose and like a little bit on top of it, just so that the inner corners of my eye are very bright, and then the rest of my face isn't as bright because this is pretty light. But yeah, I find that the two mixed together just like work really well for me, so I like it. I'm going to go in with my RCMA No Color Powder and powder my under eyes and the rest of my face. So I actually developed a talc allergy recently, and I know a lot of like drugstore blushes have talc as like the #1 ingredient, and this RCMA No Color Powder also has it. So if you guys know of a good face powder that doesn't have talc, please let me know, because it's in most eyeshadow, and I'm like trying to, you know, avoid it, but it's in like the Tarte Lit and Bloom palette, which is one of my favorites. And you know, if I want to use an eyeshadow palette, I really want to use it and not be like limited. And I know that sounds so silly, but I just So yeah, I'm just gonna try to like use it on my eyes sparingly, but since I use face powder every day, obviously, I really wanna find a powder that doesn't have talc in it. So please let me know if you know of one. Oh, by the way, I'm using this Morphe E41 for my whole face because since it's so fluffy and big, like I literally just take whatever's left in the cap, which is like nothing at this point, and I'll just go over it so that I don't use too much powder on the perimeter of my face and kind of just concentrate it in my T-zone where I get the most oily. Okay, now I'm going to take my Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer in the shade Medium and this EcoTools bronzer brush. It's like a duo fiber brush, talked about this before, and I'm just going to bronze up my face. So next I'm going to take this ColourPop blush. I think this is the Knockout palette and it comes with a highlighter. I don't really like the highlighter, it's a bit too glittery for me, but I really enjoy this blush because it's a very natural shade. And I'm just taking my Morphe E4. Now I'm taking the Ofra highlighter in the shade Rodeo Drive. It's like a super pretty gold. I usually don't like this like metallic blinding highlight. I opt for something more like subtle during the day, but I've been really loving this highlighter. Now I'm going to spray a couple mists of this Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist on my face. I like to do this after powder and at the end of my makeup just to make sure everything looks very cohesive. I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors Baked Browns palette for today's look. I am obsessed with this palette. It's just really beautiful warm tone matte brown shades, and these are super pigmented. They blend really well. They're talc free, so I can use them on my eyes safely, and I'm in love with this palette. I use it almost every day. So I'm going to be taking the shade, I'm trying to read the back, Deserted, which is like this neutral tone brown, and this Morphe R38 brush, and I'm going to put this in my crease. So now I'm taking this Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. It's super densely packed, and I'm just blending out that transition shade. I just like to diffuse the transition shade a lot since it goes so far above the crease, and I just want it to look very natural. Now I'm taking my Morphe Y18 brush and the shade Cherry Wood. This it's Cherry Wood. It's perfect name for this shade. It's very like red, rich cherry color. Kind of reminds me of like cola. Going to take my Morphe R41 brush and the shade Rock Bottom, this like fudgy chocolate brown, and I'm going to just put this a few dots on the outer V to deepen it up. Okay, now I'm going to take this cream shade Tea Light and my Morphe M522 brush, and I'm just going to put this on the lid. Now I'm going to take a flat top brush, my Morphe Y21, and go back in with Cherry Wood and put this on my lower lash line super tightly. Okay, now I'm taking a pencil brush. Well, this is the Luxie Mini Round brush, and I'm going in with Deserted, and I'm just going to blend Cherry Wood out on the lower lash line and diffuse it a little. it for the eyeshadow. So now I'm going to go in with the M Cosmetics Illustrative Eyeliner Matte Gel Pencil in black. Usually I like a brown eyeliner if I'm doing like a brown smoky eye, but the only one I have is this one from Maybelline, The Lasting Drama, and I love the shade, but for some reason it irritates my eyes, and so I don't want to use it today, so I'm just going to go in with the black one. Now it's time for mascara. I've been really using these two, the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara and the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. But the Lash Paradise does give me more volume, and since this is a pretty deep smoky eye, at least for me, I'm going to go in with the Lash Paradise. Okay, and one trick I want to mention, I do this with all my mascara, and I don't know if everyone else does, but I go over first, like the top of the lashes lightly to kind of coat the ends, and then I'll go in from the bottom up, and I feel like it just makes the strands evenly coated, because if you just go in from the bottom, it can sometimes look a little tapered where it's bottom heavy and then the ends don't get the love that they deserve. And so I feel like when I do it like this way first, they just kind of like look more thick and voluminous overall. And I've been doing this trick for like years and it really works for me, so try it out. So my brows, I just got them done, and I don't know, I've been using a powder, going back and forth with a pencil, but today I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette, and I'm just going to take light strokes and go into them. Now I'm just going to take the Maybelline Brow Drama and seal that in. Last but not least is lips. I'm taking the Beauty Bakerie Lip Whip in the shade Salted Caramel Mocha. Seriously love this. It's such a great nude. And I'm just going to set my face one more time with this makeup fixing mist, and then we're good to go.